24 hours ago, I put a poll up on YouTube asking you what you wanted to see on return to content because I miss you all and I'm really struggling to get into any saves this year around. You guys voted. The option was, a save of your choice. You had to just let me know. The Pentagon Challenge, Tunis Travels, but in a slimline version, or Buxton Take 2. Now, obviously, I rage quit Buxton earlier this year. Well, I was sacked. We rage quit Southport. But if you want to see that series, it'll be floating around up here somewhere. You can go and check that out. But Buxton 2.0 did win. The match engine has been fixed since, so we don't see as many defensive mistakes. I haven't played too much since the update came out. But yeah, welcome back to Buxton. Yes, so we're back for Buxton 2.0. You can see we've been hired on a 1 year deal with £750 a week to take over at Silverhands, which is, as I mentioned in the first time around, the UK's highest football ground. Fun fact for you, DJ Lama's contract was coming to an end. We've already triggered his extension. The supporters profile you can see here: 13% hardcore, 34% core, 23% family, 12% fair weather, 0 corporate, and 18% casual. Supporters have moderate influence on the board. There's 879 followers on social media, and we have 100 season ticket holders. They want us to reach the playoffs and get the better of Matlock should we play against them and just make progress on and off the pitch. The board wants to sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, work within a wage budget and global reputation. Playoffs are required this season, as are the FA Cup proper. So the first round, competitive in the FA Trophy. And yeah, our contract expires at the end of this season. I don't think we can change anything in there. I mean, there's nothing really that we can change, so we will confirm that regardless. Yeah, we'll agree with all of that. But yeah, that was the little introduction thing. You can see here our squad. When I just pull up my favoured view, if we go to ability and potential, Connor Kirby is our best player alongside Zach Durnley, Sean Brisley, Tastamir, DJ Lamo. We've got a pretty good squad, pretty good solid squad. Tactically, what I was doing last time didn't quite work out, so we'll take a look at things to do with that as well. But yeah, this is our team, and I think it's pretty decent, to be honest with you. We've got a under 18 squad with no real players in there. Finance wise, 45 grand in the overall balance, 5,000 in transfer budget, and £300 a week to spend on the wage budget. I'm going to go set the club up, spend this transfer and wage budget if possible, and we're going to do what we normally do and do the first 2 games of the season: Peterborough Sports and Curzon Ashton. So pre-season has been done and it's been a pretty successful one. You can see there all wins for us this time around. We're going to be playing Peterborough Sports and Curzon Ashton in the league. The board obviously wants us to be playoffs. The media prediction has us in 4th place, so we are one of the stronger teams in this league. You can see that would be playoffs, 1 automatic promotion team, and 6 teams into the playoffs. The bottom 2 play 4th and 5th. The winners play 2nd and 3rd in the playoffs, if you don't know how they work. So yeah, that's our aims, is to finish top 7 this season. I think we've got the squad to do it. We've made some additions to it. If we just go to transfer history, first of all, Jack Dillingham left us. He went on a free transfer to Poole. I just didn't think he had a future for us. I didn't think he was going to develop enough to be a challenger down the line, so we were happy to let him go, free up some wages. He has gone to Poole. And then on the incomings for us, Sam Sharrock Peplow was the first one that we signed on a free transfer, formerly of Hyde, Huddersfield and Manchester United. Never played for Huddersfield and Manchester United, though. He's a 20-year-old left back who I think can develop into a real good player for us. So he has come in as a future prospect. You can see there above my head. And then on the opposite side, Jack Mazarani is also a free transfer, formerly Cardiff youngster, 19 years old. Again, I think he could develop well. Breakthrough prospect for us, maybe. These two are all about, potentially developing players, earning some money on them in the future. And then the final one is a name that you may recognise from the first go round. Forgot about him until he came up in the scouts. But Zen Mohammed has joined us. He can play centre back or right back. So you've got a face pack in place as well now, so you can see Zen's lovely face. He can play in midfield as well if we need him to. He was such a fantastic play last time around. He's a leading player for this position, for this league. He can still develop as well at only 22 years old. 6 foot tall, decent in the air, solid defender. Very looking forward to getting my hands on him again. So he's coming as an important player. Tactically, huge shout out to RDF Tactics. All 3 of these are from his website, which I'll leave down in the description below if you haven't seen him before. He is a tactical genius in Football Manager. There's no other way to put it. I've used 3 of his tactics. So we've got the 4-4-1-1 on the lap heaven here. Which is what we're going to start with. This is what we've been using all pre-season. It's looked pretty solid so far for us. Then we have the Spain World Cup RDF remix, and then a bit more defensive, a fluid counter-attacking style there as well. Hopefully that's not changed any positions around. I don't think it has. You can see there the team already, but let's just go over to the tactical meeting. We trigger the press on Richard Jones. Sure, let's do that. But apart from that, this is our lineup for today. Richardson's in goal, Burke, Brisley, Mohammed and Newton in the back four. Kirby and McKeely. Linden. The 2 holding midfielders here, Bunn and Osborne on the wings, Tasmania behind Durnley, which is an interesting choice. Durnley up front over the likes of DJ Alamo, Scott Bowden as well. But he's played pretty well in pre-season. I think he's a pretty good poacher, which is what we're playing as. He could improve in the air, but he's earned it over pre-season, basically. So he's getting the nod. DJ Alamo is on the bench should we need him. So let's go ahead and kick off our league campaign here away against Peterborough Sports. Jimmy Dean is their manager. We are in the pink. They are in blue, I do believe. He's not on his preferred side, apparently, Lindley. And that's a problem, according to Aidan Pugh, who knows more than me. So, yeah. We are going to tell them to enjoy the match. A lot of players are complacent here, but I don't want to put too much pressure on them. It's the opening day of the season. First game for both teams at this level in their histories. So, big game for both teams. Obviously, like I say, we're away from home. So, a lot more of the pressure is perhaps on them to kick off a season in style at home. I just want us to be solid and take our chances when they come. Like I say, we've looked good in pre-season, but this is our first real challenge into. Let's just change that dugout there to league table. That's what I like there. And kick us off here. And yeah, I don't particularly know what to expect. I'm trying to not judge too much on that first go round. Durnley's in here, and we have the opening goal of the season. Flag is up there. It was Durnley just offside. Osborne did well to win it there, but yeah, Durnley goes just a bit too early. Doesn't need to either. It's a good finish. It's a good cross from Osborne. Shows that we're dangerous. But as I was saying, I don't want to draw too much from the previous attempt because it's just going to be negative there as Jones has just over from a corner. We're going with the vertical scrolling this time. I'm not quite sure how I feel. We'll probably persist with it for a few episodes, see if it grows on me. Let me know in the comments if you like it, if you want to change it to something else. But yeah, we'll stick with it. As we come to half time, it is 0-0. We've had the ball in batting at once, but it was offside. What we like fitness wise, Bunn isn't fantastic. We're switching with Osborne and bring on Hardy. DJ Alamo is going to come on as well up top. and we'll just keep that last sub in pocket just in case we need it. Any injuries, of course, only 5 on the bench, 3 that can come on at this level. We are going to encourage, we have a free kick, Osborne. Crook palms it wide for a corner ball. Perhaps he should have held it from that range, but Osborne testing the keeper once again there. Kirby now with the corner, delivers, and it's just cleared out. I think Mohammed was very close to getting his head on that one. Newton with a free kick, looks in behind for Osborne, I think was offside. The flag has gone up, yes he was. So the best thing about this, camera angle is you can see sides. Di Girolamo tries to find Hardy, but Fox is going to get there first. Fry looks over the top. Brisley to Newton, dispossessed. Linden, their great ball forward. Di Girolamo gets in there between the 2 defenders and volleys home. It's a wonderful finish from him, and perhaps proving to me that he needs to be starting. We did really well here in midfield. Michael, I think is how you pronounce it. Linden, wonderful ball from him. Absolutely superb spinning ball in between the 2 defenders who don't quite close down. Maybe that's not been fully fixed in the match engine, but it's the first attempt we've seen of it so far. So we'll let them off with that. Di Girolamo heading. Sorry, volleying home. He didn't head. That would be a very impressive header. Nicholson shoots and Richardson palms onto the post. And it just goes wide for a corner. Lucky boy there, Richardson. Corner from Lawler. Header clear. Di Girolamo chasing down Fox, but it's back to Lawler. Chips back in again. Richardson holds this time. And with 15 minutes left, we are going to make that final change. We are going to take off Luke Burke and bring on Ander at right back. He's not an out-and-out right back, but he's good enough for me there. Jones flicks the header on, and here is Ander. First bit of action we've seen of him to Mohammed. Looks downfield. Di Girolamo's not going to get there. Sheriff. That's a wonderful ball in for Jones. That's a wonderful ball. What a goal that is from Peterborough Sports. Lovely ball to turn it round that corner. I just watched the run here in the centre. Just gets in between these 2 men. That is a cracking pass. Jones, one-on-one the keeper, fires past him. It's 1-1. We're going to encourage once again for these final 15 minutes of this game. Can we go and find a late winner? We are going to go very attacking here. We have a corner. Di Girolamo's taking it. And I need to look at my corner takers. Badsley now to bring it forward. Ander dives in. Wonderful tackle from him. Kirby switches it. Hardy was onside. Di Girolamo might not have been. And it's blocked and it's scrambled clear. Kirby to Newton. Blocked out for a corner ball. 5 minutes to go. Kirby to deliver this one. It's cleared. Osborne to Brisley, who shoots and it's over the bar. And it feels like that may have been the last chance I'm going to see. We've got a corner to defend, and we don't. It's just over the bar there as well. Let's demand more. Final 5 minutes of this game. Can we find a late winner? No, we cannot. It finishes 1 apiece. We look at the numbers, we should have won that. Despite the result, trust the process. We were successful to keep that up. I think we played pretty well. I do think we played pretty well. Perhaps unlucky to get a draw in that. Equal on shots. We just shaded XG. We had more possession. I think we're in a decent place. We'll see if we can bounce back with a victory against Curzon Ashton. So time to face Curzon Ashton now, who lost their first game 1-0 to Banbury. So they're obviously they're now in 20th place. It's been 1 game. It's nothing really to talk about. And ignore that. We don't have an under-18s manager in place yet. So he wants me to manage their games. Richardson, Burke, Brisley, Mohammed and Clark comes in at left back. Kirby and Linden. Osborne, Bunn, Tasdemir and Di Girolamo comes in for the goal that he scored last time. You know, he really did prove to me that, you know, he should be starting here we are again with the under 18s. Let's just simulate that one. We can't simulate that one. Brilliant. Let me sort this out. There we go. We've fixed that. And on one screen, it was showing that my head of youth development was in charge of under 18s. On another screen, it was showing it was me. So I had to go through a few things, change them. Anyway, we're at home. We're playing Curzon Ashton. Adam Lakeland is the manager. He's had a few things to say in the build-up. He thinks we're prime candidates for relegation. So, yeah, it's not like it's a grudge match or anything, is it? Of course not, Adam. Will Wise, who is obviously very wise, wants Michael to get out of the team. Lyndon. I really need to know how to pronounce his name. Regardless, he's in the game. It's a match we should be winning. I want strong defence. I want control of midfield. I want quality finishing. We're putting pressure on them this time because we're at home. It's our first home game of the season. First home game at this level, of course, as well. You can see Curzon Ashton's formation here, the 4-2-3-1. And yeah, I'm under no doubt it's going to be a tough game. They are a decent side. But we're at home. We need to do this for the fans. Skip the team walkouts and get on the way. So, of course, we're in our blue kit this time. They're in the pink and black stripes. Osborne to Burke into Kirby. Brisley looks forward. Tasdemir doesn't win the header. Kirby onto Osborne, though. Smart play. Great ball forward for Tasdemir. It's looped up and DJ Alamo heads over the bar and perhaps should have done better there. It should probably be 1-0 to Buxton. I mean, he got to hit the target as well. Yes, it looped up and it might have been a tad too high for him, but you've got to score those. Latest scores, we were on the wrong one there. We want our league's latest scores. They are handy as we come towards half time. We're going to encourage. We don't do much in the first half, do we? Brisley, Tasdemir, Kirby, all complacent. As we go in at half time, it is 0-0. I'm going to tell them I don't like what I just saw from that team. Brisley's complacent and on a booking, so he's going to come off for under this time. I'm not going to make any more changes there. We're going to send them on out and see if we can find a goal. If I'm going to go more attacking as well. Okay, we're going to demand more. We're on the hour mark. Things aren't happening for us. We're going to get very attacking here. And we're going to make the final couple of changes. DJ Alamo is going to come off. As is Bunn, the same one as last time, switching for Osborne. Hardy comes on the right-hand side. And we have a throw-in. It's Ander into the area, header clear. Clark knocks it back down for Durnley. Durnley hits the post and it's cleared out. Again, we were going to take the lead there, but it's not to be at the moment. We're encouraging. 15 minutes. We probably look the better team again. Mohammed brings it on his chest and he goes back to his keeper. Mohammed looks downfield. Now Mahon. Lyndon steps in well. Drives forward with the ball. Dispossessed by Hampson, but wins it back. It's great work there. Into the area and shoots just over the bar. I don't mind having a shot there at all. He did so well to get the ball back there. Walker with a free kick. Dangerous position. And he's just wide and keeper was rooted to a spot. And that was a huge chance for Curzon Ashton. Under once again with a throw-in. Tasdemir brings it down this time. Dispossessed. Piers needs some support. Burke wins it back though. De Mayo wins the tackle. Mahon to bring it forward. Richards looks over the top. Keeper claims. We've got 8 minutes plus stoppage time in this game. Mohammed looks forward. Durnley doesn't win the header. Walker, though, is dispossessed. Tasdemir brings it forward. Shoots from range to come through the keeper. And Serhat Tasdemir has scored an absolute screamer. It is raining. It's a wet pitch. It's a wet ball. but the keeper cannot get beaten with a shot like that. We do not care, I should add. Taz to me, it's a wonderful strike. Keeper has to save that. We are now into the lead, and we're going to go back down to positive now. It is a wonderful strike. We're going to take nothing away from him there. Corner to defend. And Will Hayhurst has equalised in the back post. That's 2 games in a row. We've gone ahead 2 games in a row. We've thrown the lead away. Walker's ball in. Hayhurst header. Unmarked from the corner. 3 additional minutes. Can we find a winner? We cannot. It's back-to-back 1-1 draws. 2 games we've taken the lead in. We should have won, but we look good. We do look good. I'm going to hold my hands up there and say I probably should have gone to a more defensive style. Probably that third tactic, but yeah, we can't hold on to the lead. We should have taken our chances. It's that simple. As for the next episode, because we've already sort of done 1 season with Buxton in the previous one, we're going to try and jump through as much of this as possible. So I'm going to come back for Scarborough and Brackley, depending on the FA Cup draws. If we get a decent, nice rivalry game, we'll do that. But I'm going to look to come back sort of start of October in the next episode. Now I appreciate, like I mentioned, we've tried Buxton once before. We're doing them a second time. I appreciate that might not be for everyone, but for everyone that does watch and has got this far, I really do appreciate that so much. Like I said, let me know what you think about the vertical scrolling camera angle. Once we get through this season, hopefully keep our job this time. We'll get back to, sort of every 8 games coming back for an episode. In terms of when these videos are going to be out, I'm still going to aim for Monday, Wednesday, Friday as initially planned. Some weeks we might have an extra, some weeks we might, have a few less. That's the aim, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah, say if you've watched this far, thank you very much. If you are new here, please just subscribe to the channel. We're going to be back for Scarborough, a trip to the seaside. Well, we're not because we're at home, but you know what we mean. We'll see you then. I'm waffling. Bye bye.